fire, fear, and heartbreak. That's how Heartland Season 19 began. But as the smoke clears, Episode 2 promises something even more powerful, the quiet aftermath where emotions run deeper than the flames ever could. This is where Amy's heart is truly tested, where love, guilt, and memory collide. The official trailer and first look at Episode 2 reveal that the story isn't about survival anymore. It's about what comes next when everything you believed in has been burned away. And as the characters begin to rebuild their lives, Heartland reminds us that healing doesn't come easy. It demands courage, sacrifice, and a willingness to face the past you thought you'd buried. After the chaos of the wildfire that consumed the premiere, Episode 2 opens on a more fragile, emotional tone. The trailer hints at a world struggling to rebuild, not just the ranch, but the hearts of those who call it home. Amy stands at the center of it all, carrying the weight of her choices. Her daring rescue of the mayor and her unborn foal in Episode 1 still lingers in her mind, not as a moment of triumph, but as a haunting reminder of what she risks every time she follows her instincts. The community may see her as a hero, but Amy sees the fear in Lindy's eyes, a silent reflection of the cost of bravery. And that's where Episode 2 takes its emotional turn. The first look shows Amy pausing more than usual, hesitating in moments where she once acted without question. She's not just thinking about horses anymore, she's thinking about her daughter, about Ty, and about what it truly means to move forward while holding on to the past. Lindy's small, symbolic gesture, clutching the old family photo during the evacuation, still echoes through Amy's mind. It's a powerful visual of memory and loss, a reminder that Ty's presence still lingers, shaping every decision Amy makes. Episode 2 is expected to explore how Amy balances motherhood with her calling, and how her heart wrestles between loyalty to the past and the pull of something new. The trailer teases quiet but emotional moments between Amy and Nathan. Subtle glances, uncertain silences, and the kind of chemistry that Heartland has always built with care. But this time, there's hesitation. Amy's guilt over moving on might push her to step back, to protect Lindy from confusion or judgment, even as her feelings grow stronger. Meanwhile, Nathan's arc begins to deepen. Though his role in Episode 1 seemed secondary, Episode 2's trailer promises to shed new light on his character. His relationship with Amy is complicated, not by passion, but by uncertainty. Heartland has never offered easy love stories. It builds them slowly, brick by brick, through vulnerability and trust. Gracie's seemingly kind words, "Who am I to stand in the way of true love?" linger with an uneasy undertone. Nathan's wary look in response suggests that something in his past may not be fully resolved. The first look hints that Episode 2 could uncover more about that, perhaps a secret, a promise, or a truth he's been avoiding. And if Heartland's storytelling pattern continues, that revelation could test both his relationship with Amy and his place within the ranch community. Beyond the personal struggles, Episode 2 also focuses on rebuilding, both physically and emotionally. Miley's barn, reduced to ashes in the premiere, becomes the symbol of renewal. The trailer captures glimpses of the community coming together once again, hammering wood, stacking hay, sharing laughter amid exhaustion. It's the essence of Heartland. Loss followed by hope, tragedy followed by togetherness. But beneath the surface, there's still pain. For Amy, every hammer strike and rebuilt wall reminds her that some things, like love and memory, can't simply be restored. They have to evolve. And in that evolution lies the soul of this new season. The tone of Episode 2 is likely to be quieter than the premiere, yet more emotionally charged. The flames may be gone, but what's left smolders deeper. The first look doesn't show chaos. It shows reflection. Amy staring at Ty's old photo, Nathan working in silence, Lindy looking to her mother for reassurance. It's a tapestry of emotion, woven with the same tenderness that has defined Heartland since the beginning. And as the trailer fades, fans are left wondering, will Amy finally allow herself to heal, or will the shadows of her past keep her heart tethered to what was? Episode 2 isn't just another chapter, it's the emotional reckoning that will define the rest of the season. As Heartland Season 19 Episode 2 continues to unfold, the emotional aftershocks of the wildfire take center stage, shaping each character in subtle but profound ways. The flames may have been extinguished, but their mark remains etched on every fence post, every memory, and every heart in Hudson. Amy's story takes a more introspective turn here, not through grand gestures, but through quiet choices. The guilt of what happened in the premiere lingers heavily, not because of what she did, but because of what she almost lost. The trailer shows moments that capture this duality. Amy smiling faintly at Lindy while her eyes betray the storm within. She's grateful to have saved lives, yet she's haunted by the realization that her courage could have cost her daughter her mother. That inner conflict forms the emotional backbone of episode 2, transforming what could have been a simple follow-up into one of Heartland's most heartfelt explorations of family and faith. But Amy isn't the only one grappling with change. Nathan's presence at the ranch grows more complicated as the story deepens. The first look teases scenes that imply tension, not just romantic tension, but a sense of guarded distance. He's trying to fit into Amy's world, a world still shadowed by Ty's memory and watched carefully by everyone who loved him. The residents of Hudson, loyal and protective, have always been slow to accept outsiders, especially when it comes to someone standing beside Amy Fleming. The trailer hints that Nathan might be facing unspoken judgment, perhaps even from within himself. His hesitation, his quiet demeanor, his reluctance to express what's truly on his mind all suggest that there's more to him than meets the eye. Viewers might see a man torn between wanting to help and fearing he'll only make things harder. And Heartland being Heartland, every small gesture, a look, a touch, a silence, carries meaning that words can't express. Meanwhile, the ranch itself becomes a symbol of collective recovery. The ashes of Miley's barn still smell faintly of smoke, but life is slowly returning. The trailer's glimpses of Amy, Jack, and Tim working side by side remind fans that Heartland is as much about family unity as it is about individual struggle. Jack, ever the quiet mentor, seems to take on a more reflective role this time. His words, though few, often land with the weight of experience. Viewers can almost sense that episode 2 will include one of those iconic Heartland moments, a quiet conversation at dusk, a shared memory of loss, a reminder that healing takes time. And in true Heartland fashion, it's through the act of rebuilding, one nail, one board, one kind gesture at a time, that everyone finds their way forward. The emotional heartbeat of episode 2 also lies in its contrasts. Renewal versus remembrance, love versus loyalty, healing versus hesitation. Lindy's character continues to grow, subtly showing the influence of both her mother and the father she never truly got to know. The way she watches Amy, mimicking her strength yet showing fear in moments of uncertainty, perfectly captures the generational theme Heartland thrives on. It's not just Amy learning to heal, it's Lindy learning what it means to forgive the world for being fragile. The trailer hints that Lindy may even have a more active role in this episode, perhaps taking her first steps toward the life her parents once dreamed of for her. And while this growth will likely bring touching moments, it may also bring tears, as the echoes of Ty's legacy become impossible to ignore. As for Gracie, her role continues to intrigue fans. Her seemingly supportive remark about love in the premiere now feels layered with ambiguity. The first look's editing subtly suggests that Gracie's smile may hide something deeper, a past connection, a secret, or simply the weight of her own pain. Heartland often plants such emotional seeds early on, only for them to bloom in unexpected ways later. Episode 2 may not reveal everything, but it could hint at cracks beneath her calm exterior, setting up a slow-burning subplot that intertwines with Amy's emotional journey. The pacing of episode 2, as the trailer suggests, leans heavily on emotion rather than spectacle. This is the calm after the storm, but it's not peace, it's reflection. The audience is invited to linger in the quiet spaces, to feel the pauses between words, to notice how grief and love coexist in the same glance. The cinematography, from what's teased, will likely emphasize natural beauty. Golden sunlight over the hills, smoke fading into blue skies, horses running free once again. These visuals aren't just for aesthetic pleasure, they serve as metaphors for rebirth and resilience. The world of Heartland is rebuilding itself, one scene at a time, and the people within it are learning to breathe again. By the end of episode 2, fans can expect a sense of gentle closure mixed with anticipation. The wounds aren't healed, but they're acknowledged. The love story between Amy and Nathan doesn't find resolution, but it deepens. And most importantly, the idea of hope, fragile, flickering, but real, begins to take hold once more. Heartland has always been about the beauty of starting over, and this episode captures that essence perfectly. It's not the dramatic blaze that defines this story anymore, it's the quiet spark that remains afterward, reminding every viewer that even in the ashes, something beautiful can grow.